Culture Q is a cultural storytelling game where the player's goal is to try and have all of their generation tokens reach generational enlightenment. To decide who goes first, each player rolls the six-sided die, and the highest roll goes first, followed by the player to their left. Players stack their tokens in the start area and can only move the top token until that token reaches generational enlightenment. Then the player can move the next token on their stack. To move around the board, the player rolls the six-sided die and moves that number of squares. An experience square is a chance for players to share cultural experiences related to that square. When a player lands on an experience square, the player has to detail an experience related to the square they landed on. So, if you had pizza in Italy, let everyone know. Fortune cards are cards that impact how a player moves along the board and can either benefit or slow down a player. When a player lands on a fortune card square, they must draw a fortune card. The player must follow the directions on the card immediately. Oh, looks like we just got our second career. What luck! Culture cards are cards that can be used either immediately or held onto for a later use. A culture card has a player retelling an experience related to the topic on the card to move forward 3 squares. However, you can also use a culture card to have another player retell an experience, or else they have to move back 3 squares. So, landing on a culture card square could be useful for helping yourself get closer to generational enlightenment. Finally, in the culture cards deck, there is a special card called the Callout card. This card is held onto when drawn, and can be used to call out another player when their experience or culture card story seems off. Then, they have to prove it or move back 4 squares. The first player to get all of their tokens into Generational Enlightenment wins. To play Culture Q, you can download the print and play files along with the directions on the Global Game Jam website today.